Hello, I'm Dyer, and welcome to a Dyer-situation. Today I'm going to try something a little bit new. I'm going to give my initial opinion before I see the movie, like what I think the movie's going to be like, and then I'll give what I thought of it after the movie, right after I watch it, you know. See if there's any like contrasts or something like that, you know. Thought that would be interesting. So anyway, today I'm going to see the watch in about a half hour. I pretty much expect it to be similar to Ted along those lines. The fact that you can't really say too much about it, and it's probably just going to be one of those, you know, adult comedy things. Maybe not so much Family Guy-ish, more, I don't know, Will Ferrell-ish, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what I think it's going to be. I'm going to come back in a couple hours and let you know what I thought of the movie afterwards. See you then. Oh man, okay. Alright, I just came back from the watch. Okay, oh boy, let me just start off by getting the entire thing out of the way. I enjoyed it, alright? I said in the earlier thing that I thought it was gonna be okay. It was more than okay, actually. It was actually funnier than I expected it to be. Like, it had me laughing, like, almost all the time, you know? There's, like, these little funny things, like, you know, I know it was advertised. This isn't a spoiler because it was advertised that it is kind of a pod people thing with like the everyday man, you know. It reminds me a little of Zombieland, like that kind of humor. And except with Ben Stiller kind of touch. But you know, just to bring like the everyday but kind of eccentric guy into it. You know, it puts it up for some really great jokes, and it was like genuinely entertaining. Like with Ted, I was laughing like maybe every minute. With this, I was laughing every 10 seconds easily. Like there was something funny going on. But don't think there was some moments where it took it well, and it had some good scenes and stuff, and it did have some character development and all that, but not so much, not as much as Ted, mind you. It didn't have the big climatic battle like in Ted, you know, that Rob was talking about. Well, actually it did have a climatic battle, but they made it funny instead of dramatic. You know what I mean? In Ted, it was heavily dramatic. There wasn't anything really funny about what was going on, but in this movie, my god, like, I was in stitches in some points. Like, just like, when you find out the alien's weakness, it just kind of makes you laugh just because how it's, like, a little bit obvious, but you didn't quite point it out. Like, you couldn't quite see it early on, but when you figure it out, I was just laughing, you know. It's just such a funny weakness, and, you know, there's, like, all these, like, humor and stuff. There's this one guy who looks kind of like Tommy Wiseau, who they think is an alien, and then when you find out what he actually is, it's like, it's just completely hilarious, you know what I mean? Honestly, I recommend it. Like, it's a pretty funny movie. Like, I recommend it more than I recommend Ted, actually, because this one actually had me laughing far more than Ted did. I did like Ted, but I really like this one more. So, if you're off to see something, like, if you want to see a funny movie that's out right now, that definitely The Watch, or, I don't know, maybe that, the one with Will Ferrell with the presidential campaign. I guess I'll see that at some point. But for right now, this is probably the best one out there. So, yeah, I'm Dyer, and this has been a Dyer situation.